a little different. I am featuring a human hair wig from a company called Newtimes Hair. And the reason this is a little different is because Newtimes Hair is an actual manufacturing company. So they are an overseas company that specializes in making 100% human hair systems. So whether that's men's hair systems, toppers, wigs, extensions, they actually are the manufacturer and producer of those products. So I'm kind of excited to get an opportunity to take a closer look at one of their wigs. So the wig I'm wearing right now is from their medical cap line, and the identifier is HW-1. And so that is a medical cap, which we'll take a closer look at in a second. But the hair itself is 100% virgin Chinese hair. So you can see very silky, very smooth, comfortable density, which again we can talk about in a second. And totally capable of doing a nice ear tuck with this piece. This hair is 14 inches listed on the website. It is color 624 4T. So it is a dimensional blonde. As you can see, there are low lights, which I believe is the color 6. Then there is brighter blonde pieces, which I believe would be the 24. And then this is a rooted piece. So if you look here along the part line, it's a level 4, which is great for someone with my coloring because my natural sideburns blend right in. You can see I've already cut the lace on this piece. So normally the lace would be down here, but for purposes for demonstration, I've already trimmed it back. The lace on this wig is French lace. There are a couple different types of lace on the market typically. My understanding is that French lace is a bit more durable. It's a little bit thicker in the netting than Swiss lace or HD lace. So if you're looking for a piece that can take everyday wear and tear, then the French lace makes a lot of sense. Now this is a lace front, and as I mentioned, it's a medical cap. So I will take it off in just a second and give you a closer look. But the lace comes over the forehead, and then you would trim it back to your hairline or wherever you're comfortable with. And then on the inside of the cap, and the reason it makes it a medical cap is you have this monotop. So wherever this is your parting space. So you can do a side part, a middle part, and it gives the illusion of scalp. But the nice thing about this, you can see, here's the lace front. The nice thing about this, which would make it more comfortable for somebody who has less hair or no hair, are these silicone strips that are lined throughout the top of the cap. So it's just gonna give you some extra security. It's gonna grip the skin and your hair more comfortably. Then it has silicone ear tabs. It is a closed-wefted, stretchy cap, sorry. There are bra strap adjusters and an extended nape. Now, as far as the length on this one, I'm only 5 feet tall, so when I wear it, it sits on me more like 18 to 20 inches in length. I believe the measurement with this manufacturer is taken from the nape and measured to the end. So this would be about 14 inches. But if you are measuring from the crown, then the measurement would be more like 18 to 20 inches. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're, especially when you're shopping online, is how that particular manufacturer is measuring the hair on the piece. I believe on their website they have two options for this style of wig. One is a 14 inch, which is what they sent me, and the other is an 18 inch. Now, I like the medical cap design. I find it to be very secure and very comfortable. It does sit on the head just a teensy bit thicker than a sheer just lace top. But like I said, it is, with the silicone strips, very comfortable on your head. Now, the hairline on this one, I believe there are, let's see if I can get it close to the single knots right at that lace front. There's the parting with the monotop. The knots are not bleached, so I do think if you were someone that wanted a super hyper realistic hairline, there's definitely a little work that could be done on this piece. You could pluck around the part line and pluck a bit at the hairline. You could bleach the lace front if you wanted to lift the knots a bit. I typically, when I wear a cap style like this and a wig like this, I will actually just put a little concealer or powder along the hairline, and I find that that lightens it enough because, again, I'm darker complected, so the dark knots don't really bother me. But if you were fairer, then yeah, you might want to do some adjusting on that cap. So let's put it back on. And I'll step outside and show you what this looks like in bright sunlight. I'm actually indoors in front of a window with a small ring light. So we'll take a look at outside light as well. As far as density is the weight of the hair. I would say that this piece feels like it's somewhere between 120 and 150 density. And I can tell by just twisting. Well, not only just the weight of wearing it, but if you twist the hair, and you can see here, I can get a good amount and it looks fairly thick. Now, if this was a lower density piece, this would be not as wide, it would be thinner. So if you're somebody that's used to more hair, my hair is naturally thick and curly when it is growing. So I like and actually prefer the density that's on the medium to high side because it feels more like my natural hair. So it's a bit more comfortable to me. So yeah, I think the hair texture is beautiful. It's on par with some of my other pieces that are considered luxury human hair pieces. Very soft. I've been pulling it off and on, and I haven't had any tangling, which is great. This is Remy cuticle aligned, so that's gonna be better as far as keeping it from tangling too bad, especially at the nape on a longer piece. Now, if you were a retailer, I do think that this piece has a lot of potential for customization. There's enough hair here, you could easily do a more stylized cut. We could curl it. As I said, we could customize the hairline and the part a bit more. I don't know about recoloring it. I feel like there's so much dimension in this piece. I think if it were me, I wouldn't try to recolor it. I definitely think that it works just the way it is. So yeah, I think overall it's a beautiful piece. Is it for everyone? Probably not. Is it a great wig compared to some of my other wig wearing experiences? I say yes. I think this wig has a lot of potential. I think the hair quality is really good. Again, I personally prefer the silicone lined cap. I just find it really comfortable to travel, and I don't have as many combs and metal pieces to worry about going through airport security. So that's kind of my personal preference. I do think, as far as sizing, so this is, I guess, what could be considered a size medium. It's 22-inch circumference, but because of the silicone lining and the lining at the crown, the monotop, I almost feel like it fits like a small medium. I'm a small 22.5 circumference around my head, and I really didn't need to adjust this cap to feel comfortable and secure in it. So I would say, and it could be too that I have some bio hair growing back that takes up a little extra room in the cap, but let me do a 360 for you, and then I will walk outside and show you what this color looks like in bright sunlight. So, front. All right, let's step outside.